Go ahead.
What's the status of your book?
Was my, my wife is writing a book, so I am working on her book right now, and I'm working on my book as well. And in both cases, my objective is to make the books international bestsellers. So I'm actually studying how to make things that way. So the way I like my thinking is that uh, see, books are being sold physically. Physical copies of the books are being sold only in airports nowadays. So if your book is not on the shelf of the airports, chances are very low people will buy the book. And unless people buy book in airports, chances are very low they will talk about it, and your book will eventually sold from the online platforms. So I'm working towards that. Go ahead. Yeah. So here we go. Hi, good to see you, Bharat.
Very good evening, all.
Okay. Go ahead, Pravina.
Yeah, actually, just today I read some pages of chapter 5, the North Star, goal and anti-goal. Uh, so the goal of my life is I want to be happy. I will be happy if I achieve something in my professional level, and also uh, with my family. We all are growing. So this is the goal, and the anti-goal is whichever hamper to these goal, I will be away from that goals. Like I'm professional, uh, uh, I I selected the areas of practice which I will do, and I rejected some areas which I am not going to do. So I've said that is also goal and anti-goal. And also in social life also there is there are 3 organizations which I'm working, and this year I withdraw from one organization because I want to I want to go deep in the areas in which I'm working and not wide. Now I want to go deep. So it was not easy choice for me. Yeah. So actually, whenever now I read anything, it is just the reflection of the situation or the thought process through which I passes or what I experienced. It is just the reflection of that. Yeah, that's from myself.
So like how to connect it with the book, with what with these wells.
Yeah, actually, that's what. This is the 5th chapter, your North Star. So that is the goal where you want to go. So you have to avoid everything which is keeping you away from reaching that goal. It is not that the road is good or the company is good, so you move away from the road which are going towards your goal.
Good. So what did you discover for yourself so far?
Yeah, so it is very important. You have to keep your compass with yourself, and for every major decision, you have to make the choices. You have to check that it is whatever you are doing is uh, on the right direction and taking you towards that goal.
Okay, so that way you have identified two areas in your professional life and two areas in your social life, and you are removing the other ones.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good way of looking at things. Fantastic. Yeah, Bharat.
Yeah, so uh, while traveling, have you tried to connect with strangers traveling along with you? Anybody? Rajeshwari, Pinaki,
I
Pravina?
normally do.
Actually, I always do that.
I have that habit. So
Yeah, me too.
Well, I never tried so far. I've tried travel for 50 plus times, but I find that people may find offending by कौन तुम है कैसे बात करता how you're talking to such strangers, especially the people who are the opposite, the lady is there or the girl is there. I don't think how will she will react to that. So I never tried that. But while traveling from Mumbai to Surat, the young lady, she was sitting opposite to the side of our aisle seat. So initially she was working on a laptop, so nothing can be done on that. Then suddenly she took out a book from her bag. The book title was Why Bharat Matters by S. Jaishankar. So I have not heard the title, neither S. Jaishankar has written such book. That was also not known. So out of curiosity, I just asked, "Hey, can I just see what the book is about, all about?" Then I go through the book. She has put some highlighter also where she finds some interesting thing. Then we had a conversation. Okay, she asked, "You do you also read books?" Well, I do read books, but not kind of political books. Well, this is not a political book. It's based on the leadership qualities. Then we had further conversation. Okay, we self-help books we are reading, and I'm reading. She was also reading self-help books. Then I talked about Feld group. Okay, we had such a group there. We are every Friday we are having some sharing from books by the members. So she showed her interest, and then we had her yesterday. Then she had talked about her own journey also. She had made a vision board where she was living in Mumbai for in a 1 or 2 BHK apartment. Then she had made a vision board. I will be living in 3 BHK with this layout, this puja room, this room, that room. And within 2 to 3 years, she got transferred to Surat. And then she had that kind of apartment initially on rent, and then they have their own apartment. And in their company, they had a practice that every few months they watch Who Moved My Cheese uh, on YouTube. As a whole team, they together they watch that. Another practice they have is they are giving 1 minute manager to every person who is promoted in their company. So they will be ready for how to deal with the subordinate, how to appreciate them, how to take work from them. So those kind of things. We had around maybe around 1 hour discussion. When we'll ended, so that we didn't know that much conversation we had together. So that was a wonderful experience, wonderful time spent, the time wealth I would say I could have in that day. So that is one thing. Uh, this can be learned. We can talk with strangers and we can learn from each other. What could be, there will be some common interest. There are chances that not so many interests will be there all the time, but there are chances that we'll have some common interest also, and we can learn from each other. We readily download the booklet app also, but she said I prefer to read a physical book because my son is just 8 years old. So when he saw that I am reading a book, so he will be tempted to read a book. If I read it on a mobile, then he will think the mom is just watching mobile only. So that is also she was emphasizing a physical book is more preferred for her. And after reading 5 a.m. Club, they change their lifestyle. Every day, she and her husband, they both wake up at 4 a.m., hit gym at 5 a.m., work out of 1 hour, and during that they listen to audio podcast and music and everything like that. So one book just changed their whole life. So she was very much inspired by that 5 a.m. Club book by Robin Sharma. So we had a wonderful time together for 1 hour around that time. So that is one thing. And second thing, I would like to talk about the financial wealth something. uh, Most of us must have the rule of 72. Pinaki to must have, Pravina is CA, so she must have heard about it. Rajeshwari, you heard about rule of 72?
No, Bharat sir.
Okay,
New
rule of
concepts.
72 is very useful to understand how much time will it will need to take double our money. If you remember, initially when we are buying NSC, it was getting double. If you buy NSC of 10,000 rupees, it get doubles in around 5 to 6 year, few years back. Because that time the rate of interest was around 12%. Simple calculation of rule of 72 is 72 divided by rate of interest. That will be the year of it. It will number of years it will take to double your money. So if you want to double your money, you must have, suppose you want to double your money in 8 years, then you need to have a 9% interest. Suppose you want to have your double your money in 6 years, then you must have a rate of interest at least 12%. If you want to double your money less than four years, then you must have a rate of interest in investment which will give you more than 15%. So that helps you, okay, where you need to put your money. So that is the wonderful thing we can learn from that rule of 72. Ki which instrument we should use to invest our money. Because if you put FD or bank, it will give us 3% and maximum 6%. That will take 12 hours to double our money. But if you put the same money in mutual fund or some stock, we'll get around at least 12 to 15% rate of return. So that will be our doubling money in less than 4 hours, 4 years. So that is the importance of rule of 72. And secondly, the stock market also, there are four kinds of companies are there. One is a bad company, we can get at a bad price. Kind of Yes Bank is not known. It could be a bad company, it could be a transformer company also. But presently looking at it is a bad company with a bad price. Pricing is also high. Something could be bad company but with good price. It could be some company like a Sakuma Export. It is just having a 3 rupees price at that time, and they've given a bonus of 1 to 4. So lot of shares are there. Even 3 to 4 rupees is goes, then you had a huge profit also. Then there is a company which is good in uh, good quality but having bad price, like Asian Paint. It's sometimes a very good company, but presently the P ratio, the price to earning ratio is more than 100. Matlab, to earn 1 rupee, you need to spend 100 rupees. So the price is going down, down, down from 3,000 to 3,300 to now it is maybe around 2,400. So that kind of is a good company, but with a bad price. And the best one is good company with good price. If you get company which is having fair value lower than the fair value, the market price is there, then there are chances you will have grow that money multi-bagger kind of things, or at least you will have a 15-20% return on that company. Like IREDA is presently seems to be like that company. The company is good in energy development company, and it is available at a moderately cheap price, around 167 168 rupees price is going on, expected at least to reach to 250 rupees, which has gone early. So this kind of company we can study and we can invest our money. And at the same time, Nifty is a very wonderful instrument for investment, very safe. If you Nifty 50 is top 50 companies of our India, so it goes on changing. If the company progresses, it goes in Nifty 50. If your company is not progressing, it will be come out of Nifty 50 list. So it is safe to invest in Nifty 50 indexes. So even the market is going up down, but over a time period of 5-10 years, the Nifty growth will be there. So those kind of financial wealth uh, can be used for that. So these are the two things: time wealth and financial wealth. I just talked about. Yeah.
Can we have the photo? Rajesh, very quickly. So, wow. So here we go. One, two, three. Okay. So Rajeshwari, your story.
So I would like to share three M. M for mother, M for money, and M for manifestation. So yesterday I got this knowledge from you, and today I got first payment for my discovery call. And I know that within 1 week I will get the client also. He's ready to invest, but yet he's busy. So I'm happy with the book Five Types of Wealth and with your with your course Money Magical Mindset. I'm growing. So that's only I wanted to share.
How did you
I,
do that? That is the world wants to know.
how I did whatever I am learning, I am applying it. Yesterday only I bought my money plan. Money one I have for the NLP in action, and that is the excellence. It's representing the excellence. And the next that I bought, I kept its name Abundance. And I bought and planted in a green flower pot. It's looking very nice. I will share the pic, and I'm seeing it. I'm feeling so happy. So whatever what I feel, our thought create all the feelings, and feelings get converted into action, and then I get the result. So I'm working on that formula only.
Fantastic, fantastic. Proud of you, Rajeshwari. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I have a very small story to share today. And see, this week, particularly, I would say from Sunday, from yesterday only, I started focusing on my physical wealth. And as I started focusing on my physical wealth, many things happened over last 48 hours, or maybe last 72 hours itself. One is that I am taking a training on chakra healing from one of our own angels, which is Somita. And though I have studied about it earlier, I just thought about, okay, since she's doing it, let me be a part of it and figure out what new things can be picked up from there, and certain things which I can practice, because she also trained herself into that. So that is one thing which is happening. So I could figure out that what are the most important one where I should focus on. Number one. The amazing thing which happened was I received a small article which was published in Times website today and shared by one of our angels, Manish, in one of the groups where both of us are common. I just shared it in our own Magic of Transformation group as well. And where there was a doctor who is 100 plus years young, and he was sharing his secrets of longevity. So I was amazed that how come the moment I chose to focus on my physical health, because I discovered that that parameter is quite low when I was taking that well score, and I took that well score at random. So I didn't allow my subconscious to think. Whatever was coming to it, I just allowed it to put the score over there, choose the answers. And as I started focusing on, I discovered what are all the new things which are coming up as far as health, like improving my health score is concerned. So one is improving the quality of life through meditation. Second is connecting it with the energy points of our body. Third thing is this the longevity factor. In fact, I was so impressed with that one article, I actually thought of coming up with a training program out of it. Anyways, all my training programs are outcomes of my own practice. So I practice it and I see that what kind of difference I could see in myself. So naturally, I will focus on the physical wealth score as I practice these things, maybe over a period of 15 days, 1 week, sorry, 1 month. And I think I will definitely notice the difference in me. And as I observe my score go up, at least it has to be more than 75%. Then I may think of designing a course out of it and eventually deliver it. So that's all I have to share with you tonight. See, in every activity, I always look for something which I can teach others. The best way to learn something is to teach it. The best way to learn something. I'm not talking about knowing, understanding, or realizing, actually learning. Learning happens when learning is like when we look at NLP. NLP says that there are four stages of learning. The ultimate one is unconscious competence, that you already have that competence, but you are not consciously aware of it now. Like you are driving a car and you don't know, you are not noticing that when you are pressing the brake and when you're pressing the clutch, when you're looking at the mirrors, when you're looking in front, when you are calculating whether you should drive fast or drive slow, when these things are happening automatically, that is the time when learning happens. So the best way to do it is to teach somebody else. Anything that new thing that you learn, any new thing that you learn, just share it with somebody. And it creates magic. What happens, even when you start telling people about it, a lot of other ideas come. Like what Rajeshwari was talking about, the 3Ms. So now these 3Ms came to me out of the way. Like I was just wondering at in one moment that what you and I are born with. There are certain things which you and I are born with. These things are always there with you. You cannot deny them. The first one is obviously your mother. You can't deny her presence because of her you are on this earth. You may not be aware who is your father is, only your mother knows. So whoever your mother says that this is your father, you have to accept, you have to believe. Otherwise, you have to go through a DNA test. So you cannot disconnect yourself from your mother, right? That's the first relationship that we have. The second most deep relationship that we have is with money. The moment you were conceived in your mother's womb, there was a money angle added to it. The family, they invested some money to ensure that you come out of your mother's womb, and then eventually you do whatever to do in your life. And even when you die, you still need some money. Money is required to cremate you. So the second relationship is naturally with money. You cannot deny that relationship. The third relationship that you have is with the money, manifestation. Manifestation is what you are manifesting every moment, consciously or unconsciously. Everything that you're having right now is your manifesting. Like you are attending this session is also manifestation. Bharat manifested that young girl in the train. And how it happened? It just happened through just one book. If she wouldn't have taken out that book, probably that conversation may not happen. One book by Jayashankar. You manifest. You are continuously manifesting. And this is the third relationship that you have. The third, and you keep on continuing it till your last breath. I was looking for a fourth M also, I couldn't find it yet. So this is what happens when you start teaching others. Whatever you learn, you just teach. Even if you share it with full authenticity, with full conscious awareness, that converts into teaching. Sharing is also a form of teaching. So these are the new things which I'm learning. Amazing, Hannah. So that's all from my side. It's 8 o'clock. If you would like to add anything, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'm writing book on personal finance, and I just yesterday searched what are the top 10 books on personal finance. I have already started writing, and there is a one book of one author, and somehow actually I have purchased many books when I went to Bombay, because in YE I didn't get any book physical copies. I have to order online. So whenever I get time, I buy books. So I just go through that books, and the book which showed in the list top 10 books on personal finance, the one book from an Indian author I'm already with me. I have bought it since 2 months back. And I'm just that time, हाँ फाइनेंस बुक है, ठीक है, कभी ना कभी पढ़ लेंगे करके ऐसे बहुत सारे बुक्स हम लेके आते हैं. And I'm amazed that I just read the name of the book and I have that book with me.
Absolutely. This is what manifestation is all about.
Manifestation, yeah.
Fantastic. Super. In fact, I would invite all of you to be in my paid programs. At least the Money Magnet Mastermind, you should be there. It's an amazing experience altogether. Anyway, thank you so much. I will convert these sharings into stories. And you just need to think that whether these stories is exactly what you wanted to share or not. Listen to your own stories as I share the video, share the recordings, and अपना खुद का story सुनो. Observe that what kind of words that are using in your communication, what kind of emotions you are expressing through those words, through your intonations, and keep on polishing it. You know, jaldi jaldi polish karo, because I'm coming up with another great program that how to speak and write a book,
Okay.
how to convert your words into a book.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the trial we are doing with this entire session. This was not in my mind, but when I started working on this, all these new things are coming up. I discovered that, oh my God, it's a new way of authoring a book. And I'm talking about authoring a book, not just writing a book. Writing a book like I'm reading 10 books and writing, picking certain things up from there and then writing it down. I'm not talking about writing a book. I'm talking about authoring a book where you are the authority. Every word that you're writing, you are authority. People will come and ask you, Ravina, why did you write this? What was behind your thought? And this happens when you talk. When you read books, when you're writing, you're basically just writing. But when you talk, when you stop, just you pick up some idea, share it with people, get some people, and start delivering sessions, start delivering lectures, record those lectures, and use AI technology to figure out what you wanted to say. And that thing is your authority. And you will be surprised that the way I'm designing the program, I am damn sure this is going to work. Over a period of 6 months, you will learn the art of how to author a book. And once you learn that art, probably every 6 months you can come out with a book. It's possible. There won't be a lot of hard work that you need to do. You will be doing all the hard work, but in a smart way. And just be here. This session is going to give you that direction. All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
my
you.
dear angels.
Bye.
Let's connect tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.